Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Artemis and today we're doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be taking you through my process of making myself my first custom Minecraft skin in years. So let's get into it. Just hit the play button and go. Alright, putting the basic colors down: skin tone, shirt. Figuring things out. Here comes the shorts. Doing good, right? Right? Wrong. We're not doing good. Hard to tell right now, but a crucial mistake is made. A crucial error. In which, at some point, I flipped, got reversed, my front and back, and forgot that there was a guide the whole time telling me which way is the right way. So, you get to watch me make this backwards. Just kind of putting in the basics. I won't always have something to say. Some of it's just kind of basic information. Like right here, I'm trying to figure out the second layer of the head because I hadn't messed with that before. Just trying to figure out what looked good. Okay, oh yeah, and then I tried putting my bangs on the second layer instead of the whole head, because I decided I didn't like how boxy it looked. So I had looked up a few references and found a curving effect some people make with bangs. Oh yeah, this is where it crashed. Yeah, and I thought I lost everything. But turns out I didn't, and I was able to reopen it back up and continue along. Figuring out eyes. Once again, looking at references here and there. I actually had to cut out several minutes worth of reference looking in between certain parts. I tried putting in my pupils, but decided that just didn't look good. Putting the ears in. Probably could have made those look better, but I just wasn't sure what I was doing. Buttons on my shorts. In fact, I'll probably post up a link to my full reference sheet in the description so you guys can see what I was trying to emulate. Putting the jacket on the second layer, or at least attempting to. Then I kind of stop, wait, and give it a look. Put it all in. Then I decided I didn't like it, so I took it off, because I realized you wouldn't see it anyways. Like, you wouldn't see the clothes underneath that jacket no matter what you did. So I didn't feel like there was any need to have it. Filling in the colors. Now on the base layer, and now I'm actually adding the fluffs of my jacket onto the second layer to give it a little bit of dimension. Thought it would look good. Missed a spot. And then I try to add my wings on in the second layer. And then I sat here and I kind of played with the idea of the tail, but I just didn't think it would work. And it would just look weird because of the legs and how things separate between those parts. So I just decided to keep them off. shading now. Yeah, this is where I start trying to mess with the shading and kind of try to remember how to do this. And I decided to move the eyes down one. And so obviously I put the hairline down a little. Put a little like nose blushy spot because I thought that would look really cute. After looking at it for a minute, I decided, yeah, I like that. So added some more shading. And the buttons on my jacket. And this is where I start figuring out like how to shade to try to give a little bit of dimension to the back where like the wings are and where shadows might cast on the fluff. As you can see, I have not realized my mistake yet. I just keep going, keep on trucking. Never once checking to make sure that it's the right direction. Nope, I just kept going. Filling in the insides to make it darker since it would be shaded in there. Little armpits. As mentioned at the beginning of this was a lot of kind of guesswork and just kind of figuring out what I thought would look okay. Trying to figure out what to do with the arms to give it a little bit more depth, because you know, you're working with a block, so it's very tricky to get things perfect. So the people who make the really good skins, power to them, because it's tricky working on this sort of canvas. Alright, and I think I'm just kind of checking over things, putting the last little bits of shading, checking it over, seeing how I like it. Realizing I need to add a few more details to help make it clear what things are, like the hair. I tried to add in some hair texture. And that's where I realized I messed up. And so then I took it into Clip Studio and started reversing pieces. The reversing the head pieces was pretty easy, but once I hit the legs and arms, that's where I started to struggle because it was hard to tell what was supposed to go where, because I am not as familiar with these templates as I used to be. So it's just me trying to reverse what I think needs to be reversed. I'm also using some guides that I found online, but eventually those guides just actually ended up confusing me more and made me make some mistakes. So this process is kind of long and kind of painful to watch. More confusion. Confusion continues. In fact, I thought I cut out more than I cut out a lot of just me sitting there looking, staring at it in confusion, trying to figure it out. The guidelines, the templates I tried using confused me more than they helped, I think, because some of the ones I used weren't even accurate, I think. I think they were either old template styles, because I do think the Minecraft template has changed over the years. Or they weren't labeled very well. That was the big one, was the labeling. If it wasn't labeled in a way that I could really easily understand and apply it, it just confused me. And I wound up putting some pieces in incorrect placements because I just had no idea what I was doing. But eventually I figured it out. Unfortunately, hang on, we're going to pause here. Unfortunately, I did lose some recording of me taking the skin back into the skin maker and just kind of fixing up some of the places that it was easier to correct in the skin maker as opposed to trying to just flip the assets. But now we get to see what it looks like in the game. I think it looks okay. It could definitely have more depth to it. I shouldn't have been so afraid of the shadows. Because in the Maker, the shading looks so much darker than it really is once you're in the game. Oh yeah, and now we're gonna fly. Yeah. I'm not good with the elytra and going forward, but I thought, hey, I'm a griffin, I should fly in my video. So, yeah. Fly again. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you for being here and being at my channel. I hope to get into Minecraft soon once my desktop is nice and upgraded and ready to play. So, this is my lead up to Minecraft. Thanks for being here. Bye.